Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with one of my cool cups. It's an angel cup, and I was wondering this morning why I never use it. And then I realized that it's got a little chip out of it and a little bit of a crack. And so I'm sure I probably dropped it the first day I got it. And it was a gift when I had my sudden cardiac arrest. So I'm sure I dropped it and it got a little crack. And so I just stored things in it instead of using it. But today I decided to use it. I'm packing up and moving my house, so there's a whole lot of stuff that's got to go. Core content. Today is day 3 of our 4 pieces of core content, core videos that we want to create to use as a foundation to attract people to us, to attract people to whatever it is we want to become an influencer in. Me, I'm attracting women business owners, and I want to help them to grow and supersize their business in ways that won't kill them. So how do I do that? Yesterday, we talked about the 3 things to do. What was it? 3 things to blank. So 3 things that we want to, teach them how to solve their biggest problems. 3 things to avoid making a mistake, or 3 things to avoid picking the wrong customer or something, whatever. But that was it. The day before was the how-to formula, how to blank, and for extra credit without blank. And today's is 4 ways to avoid. That's why I'm tapping into avoid. 4 ways to avoid blank. And again, their biggest challenge, their biggest problem, their biggest doubt, worry, fear, their biggest pain point. That's what you want to start with first. And maybe you've already done that. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and remake these core videos anyway. Remember, no call to action. They're just 100% adding value. Because down the road, we're going to use these 4 pieces of content, these 4 core videos, and we're going to run a little bit of YouTube advertising to them to see what our ideal customer is most attracted to. And then we'll create more of that type video, right? So today, for example, 4 things to avoid, and I just brainstormed a list, so I'm going to kind of read that off. Wasting money on ads that don't work. And depending on your clients or your customers or who you're trying to reach, you know what their biggest pain is. So you know how they would describe and what words to use to help them want to watch your video. Chasing the wrong customers, chasing customers who can't afford to pay you, spinning your wheels, going down the wrong path, wasting time on strategies that don't work. Now, I'm approaching this from thinking about my ideal customers, women business owners, and what are their biggest pains? Well, not having enough customers, not knowing what to do with customers, customer-related things, but then it's also making the wrong decisions, making the wrong choice, chasing after the wrong strategy, picking the wrong partners, picking the wrong business partners. Oh my God, I've done that in a very bad way. I have picked the wrong life partner. I'm divorced. And so obviously I didn't pick the right person there. So I am a little leery of picking the right partner. So if somebody said 4 ways to avoid picking the wrong partner, I would probably watch that. 4 ways to avoid stress, doubt, worry, fear, making a mistake, losing status, or looking bad in your customer's eyes, all kinds of things. 4 ways to avoid blank, excuse me, is our formula today. I love these. I call them formulas. They're not really formulas. They're just kind of like templates that you can fill in the blank. I have a file that is full of thousands and thousands of these. And what I did is I researched and I tested and I went out and I saw what types of these formulas were getting the best response on live video. And that's why I picked these 4. 3 of these I actually learned from other people that have been doing live video much longer than I have, and they have tested and studied. And so I kept those and I added 1, which will be tomorrow's, because I thought we need that one too, because we need not only just a negative focus, building up on the pain, but we also need something that's a little more positive. I also use tools to help me do this, and to save me time and energy, like funnel scripts from, ClickFunnels. Jim Edwards is a genius. Even before Jim did funnel scripts, how I found ClickFunnels and I found funnel scripts was through Jim Edwards. Jim, I've been following him for at least a decade and done a couple of his masterminds and been a coaching student of his. And when he came out with his Wizards product, which is really the precursor to funnel scripts, and he still sells that today, where it helps you do all kinds of things like write entire books in 3 hours, all kinds of things. I love Jim's products. He's the one that helped me get my first online book published. So I'm an avid fan of the guys. If you don't like him, sorry, but I will definitely always encourage people to check out Jim's stuff because he is amazing. And he creates all of these templates that the normal average person like me, who is not a copywriter and isn't a particularly good copywriter, can use to customize what it is that I'm trying to say, the messages I'm trying to make, the words I'm trying to use in my videos, in my posts, in my every type of communication, on my websites, on my funnels, in my speeches, in my presentations, in my discussions with customers, on my podcast. There's a whole in funnel scripts now, there's a whole podcasting format that actually gives you the questions and the scripts for any like I think at least 10, but probably like 14 or so different types of podcasts that you could do, interview podcasts, all different styles. So it's amazing the stuff that's in there. I'm not pitching Jim, but I'm just saying cool stuff. Ways to avoid blank. 4 ways to avoid blank. If you want to do a different number, you can, but for some reason, 4 seems to be the number of things that people want to avoid. So if you can come up with 4 things to avoid, that will work out perfectly. Make your 4 things to avoid video today. That is our assignment. I'm going to go make mine. And I'll, of course, see you tomorrow with the 4th formula or the 4th template for our core video strategy. Take care. Bye.